Gary Lamm, main event Mania, Vikings 49ers. Rapid review, 2 minutes to go. 3rd down and 10. The Vikings are 8 of 12 on 3rd down in this game. Where the hell's the pass rush? 0 sacks. It's time for somebody to step up. All that money, that was kind of a wuss move. Vikings ran on 3rd down. It looks like they're going for a field goal. O'Connell, you're 8 for 12 on 3rd down, and you're going to let the 49ers hang around? While we wait for the field goal unit to get on, I want to talk about what's concerning to me about the 49ers. Number one, without Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel, the 49ers do not have their physical identity on offense. It looks like they're searching. Guys are making plays. No one's been really bad. Without Trent Williams, the 49ers have only given up 1 sack. But no one has been exceptional. The 49ers do not have a weapon outside of Trent Williams on the offensive line that you could just run behind. And I don't feel like the 49ers are the bully without Trent Williams. All right, Greg Joseph, number 1 for the Vikings. He's going for 50. By the way, Moody hit a nice 55-yard after missing, so good on him. 54. Could you miss it, please? Right! No good! No good! All right, it is nut-cutting time. 1-1-1 left. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go. How many timeouts? 49ers down by 5. Will Brock come through? I think that was a wuss move kicking that field goal. A 50-yarder. You were 8 for 12. Now you're 8 for 13 on 3rd downs. That was my main criticism. The 49ers have this vaunted pass rush, 0 sacks. And they could not get off the field. Only times they got the field was Cousins missed a couple of plays in the end zone, or the Vikings did. Brock Purdy tried to fit into Kittle. Last series, Brock Purdy threw an almost inexplicable interception. Aikman talked about it. He relies on anticipation. But that was just a bad throw. Sometimes it looks bad if you're not on the same page, if you throw with anticipation. Brock does rely on it. But that was just a bad throw. And now Brock does not have the power arm to, power through a window just by looking at it. Let's see if Brock can do it. This is his time. Brock back. Over the middle. To McLeod. Ray McLeod. And that pass interference was interesting. All right. 3rd and 1. Money time for Brock. 13, back to pass, fires it over the middle to McLeod. Ray, baby. No messing around, All right, I like this up-tempo. Brock downs it. Clocked it at the 40. As bad as the Niners have been, as sleepwalking through the game as it has been, the 49ers again have a chance to win this game. The question about Brock, can he come through? With 34 seconds left, can he come through and get the 49ers a win? This will be his chance. This is what he needs. The 49ers need this if they're going to win the Super Bowl. They need to know in the back of their minds their quarterback can come through in a situation like this. Brock, beautiful in the pocket. Another pick. And that's it. In the critical moment, there's a fight on the field, but in the critical moment, The 49ers and Brock Purdy could not get it done. Another interception over the middle. Vikings are posing. They deserve to pose. It could have been worse for the 49ers because the Vikings were on goal twice. On goal twice. And I'm going to re-examine this interception by Brock. Listen to Aikman. Brock didn't need to let that go. Hey, in that critical situation, you're going to Ray McLeod. Look at Brock still has to prove that he can come through and get it done in the clutch. He hasn't proved it. Kirk Cousins, without Justin Jefferson, 35 for 45, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He was fantastic. I'm concerned with the 49er run-stopping game. The Vikings only ran it 21 times. The 49ers cleaned that up in the second half because they were running about 5 yards a carry in the first half or something like that. But a couple things I noticed. The 49ers are really susceptible to quicker receivers, quicker, shifty receivers. They got beat on double moves. It could have been a lot worse. Addison, 7 catches, 124 yards. The 49ers do not have top-end speed to handle the quick, speedy receivers. And this happened with against Arizona too. These quick receivers are tougher than Niners to guard because the 49ers do not have top-end speed in that secondary. And to get in the secondary, I noticed this with Njoku last week against the Browns with screen passes. Not a lot of yards for Njoku, but this game, the 49ers look susceptible to tight ends. Hufanga and Gibson are tremendous at turning the ball over, but they're not great one-on-one cover guys. I don't think they have that tight end stopper like they had with Jimmy Ward. So that's a long-term concern. But again, the number one concern, you have all this money in the defense or on the defensive line. You got Hargrave and Bosa making big-time money, big box for 0 sacks. And it doesn't seem like the back end is connected with the front end because they're just the coverage is not matching what you're doing on the defensive line. They're not giving the coverage is not given enough time for the defense to get there because either there's quick hitters. I'll say this, you know what? It's not my damn job to figure out how to get these guys to that quarterback. But it's Steve Wilks, and I just don't think Steve Wilks has done anything for me. This game should have been the opportunity the 49ers have been looking for to have a statue of a quarterback. Kirk Cousins had a hell of a game. He escaped and made a big play on third down at the end of this game. I give it to him. But the 49ers, 0 sacks on Cousins when you got a top pass rush, that is extremely concerning. Nice comeback kick for Moody. He kicked a 55-yard. It was pretty clutch, but he missed one too. Brock Purdy, 2 just really bad interceptions at the end of the game. That is concerning. This is, again, another game where he could have made a play. He didn't. Does Brock Purdy have that clutch vibe? Does he have the clutch gene? Is he money? Will he recover from this big 2 interception game? Will the 49ers find an answer to tight ends? Because if I'm a defensive coordinator, I am going after the 49ers safeties with my tight ends because I don't think Hufanga and Gibson can cover one-on-one. They know where to be in the zone. They know where to be with help, but they're not fast, and I don't think they can cover one-on-one. Wow. All right, I'm gonna leave, but I am my top. If I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm utilizing my tight end if I got one. I am giving if I have shifty receivers, someone quick, I'm gonna do that too because the 49ers have their nickel backs don't have speed. No one has top end speed in the 49ers secondary. Thank God Fred Warner's okay. He was phenomenal. Tremendous play at the goal line, or else it could have been worse. Cousins missed a couple of touchdowns in the end zone. This could have been worse. CMC played. I just want to go back to CMC's usage. CMC had 15 carries, 45 yards, 3 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. His usage was lower. Thank God he played because it would have been a disaster. George Kittle, he tried to step up with 5 catches, 78 yards. He stepped up, but it just wasn't enough, and I can tell on offense without Debo and without Trent Williams, this 49er offense does not have any identity. They're not bullies. They're not, without Trent, without the 2 guys who hold the boombox, they lack identity. And I'm not sure if Trent's going to play. That's a big man. That's a lot of weight on that ankle. Debo's definitely out next week. What's the 49ers' identity going to be? Going to Ray McCloud at the end of the game to seal the game off with an interception that can't feel good for Brock. He didn't have the weapons. I mean, that's the time you go to Juwan. And this is where Purdy struggles. If he doesn't know what's going to happen, if he doesn't have the mystery solved, the question is going to be, can he make the play? Can he make the play? You know what? I'll say it what it is. Is Brock Purdy clutch? We're going to find out. Can Brock Purdy come through in the critical moment? Because there will be one on your road to the Super Bowl. The 49ers are now 5-2. They are out of the driver's seat when it comes to top seed in the NFC. Can Brock Purdy grow up? Remember, Brock Purdy has a messed up elbow. He hasn't played a full season. But it doesn't matter because we're not even paying him. But it doesn't matter because we are counting on him to come through in games like this. But the bottom line is we shouldn't be. We need a better game plan from Steve Wilks. And you know what? Without Debo and without Trent Williams, we're in trouble. We do not have a weapon on the offensive line. We are not a bully. We need a plan for when Debo and even Kittle and Trent Williams are out. And this could be this could be the beginning of the end. Because, Debo's a physical player, so is Kittle, and so is Trent Williams. Now is the time because Kittle was getting banged up throughout the game. It's football. It is what it is. He's played out there. But, can you maintain this physical style? How long? And who are you if you don't? Can you rely on Brock Purdy? This is maybe the first time he hasn't looked good. He played okay, but he went out looking bad. So let's see. Brock, I'm rooting for you. But this is a rough game. Monday night. Everyone saw it. Everyone's going to be on Brock's case. Let's see what the kind of guy this kid is. Everybody makes mistakes, but the stakes are high. It's Super Bowl or bust. Let's see what the 49ers do next week. I'll come back at you with likes and dislikes. But the main dislike, I didn't like the energy the Niners had today. They were asleep. They could have won this game, but they didn't wake the hell up. And with that, good night. Not a great fight. God bless you. Keep it real. Keep it clean.